Welcome to another roguelike demo showcase. I'm Backpack Brent, and I'm bringing you O3 alpha demo. But I usually open on the splash screen, but I want to give you always put me in a nice little soft spot when a game. Will YouTube like TOS me if I say when a game like? I'll say it later, but we'll continue. Give me a second. Here we are. This is what it looks like, and honestly, this looks kind of sick already. It's O3. What is O3? I don't actually know. One of the reviews was like it's kind of like Returnal, and I didn't play Returnal. So, and it looks like Nuclear Throne, but somebody like edited it to be like, what if Nuclear Throne was 4D? So, first of all, the music is kind of crazy. So it might be a bit loud even. Well, let's just first of all give me the tutorial. You should always make someone play a tutorial. Okay, here we go. 90 FPS. Can we crank it up? You know, we'll just leave it as that. Welcome, survivor. Proceed to the door ahead. I like the look. It's got some 3D. Your moving is it's very glidey and like, you know, you're clearly not supposed to worry about it. Second room. Okay. You got a laser sight, all targets neutralized. I like the idea of that. Seems good so far. Dash. How do you dash? Okay, it didn't look like that was the button you meant, because the W highlighted is the correct one, but you get what I mean? Anyway. I've died. I've passed away. Okay. But you have to wait for the energy bar to refill, which I didn't realize. They did point at it, so it's my fault. Let's go. Now, what the jump scare? Audio jump scare. Okay, moving targets. Okay, is there any like? What's the lead on the bullet like? It seems to be basically what you clicked when you clicked it is what ends up being the right option. And there is reloading, of course. It takes quite a while to reload. It's a long bulleted weapon, I guess. It's not an SMG. Okay, get a key. E to collect. You already got my respect for E being the key that you use. Because, you know, CS, Counter-Strike. Okay, so far so good. So far, so good. Collect the key. So far, also not that much use of color. Very Prometheus. You know Prometheus? It's very much Prometheus. Okay, Cradle Fire. We press E to equip it. Okay, we're gonna try Burst. And we have limited ammo as well. I mean, it's Nuclear Throne, of course. Okay, use Bomb. Where's the bomb ammo? Oh, that's down here. I see that. This text, I think in the full game you probably have a font for this. But, you know, okay. Pick up the weapon and clear the room. Okay, gameplay. A spawning circle. You already got me in a good sort of location. I would like a faster weapon, of course, but you know. So is this a bit too loud? I think it may be a bit too loud. Give me a second. But can you change? You can't change the volume from the. You can't change settings from the tutorial at least. Quickly check the control layout. You must be able to change settings from in-game. If you've developed this, that's not possible. Change your workflow. That's just not right. But anyway, we're here. Okay, let's hit play. I've lowered some stuff. I've changed some stuff. Extra Explorer, movement normal. I'm sure there'll be other stuff to consider. We weren't the first to arrive, only the last to understand. You need like the Metal Gear type sound font. Okay, the aliens have let me free. We have a fixed camera angle situation. I like a game with the fixed camera, relatively fixed non-standard camera angle like this. Okay. Is there do we get to see a map, or is the map literally like, can we go back and forth, or what's going on here? non-standard camera again. I approve. I approve of the braveness. What do you call? Okay, that's pretty hard to dodge. You have to give me credit. What's my head? That was what, 25 damage? I guess you have to lead your shots a little bit. Well, how about we do a bit of exploding there? I don't know when you're gonna get your bombs back. And it seems like your choice of room is sort of irrelevant, and you can't go back from whence you came. I literally just undid that exact word. Okay. I knew that was gonna happen. This is health and the binary eclipse. I'm pressing E to equip it. There we go. What does this weapon look? It's the binary eclipse, so it shoots twice. I should have seen that one coming. Okay. I can't fall back. I can fall into the void. And I take 25 damage. Okay. That seems like odd for a game like this to have that, but I mean, that's fine by me, I guess. Okay. So far, also does that make secrets in the individual rooms themselves. It kind of is like Isaac Nuclear Throne. I guess we should dash a little bit. Oh, we need the key. Where's the key? Presumably there is a key. Or maybe you have to find the key elsewhere and then come back to it. The map is ass. No disrespect. I don't know what I'm... It's almost like comic. It's like unclear, and yet it tells you everything. So I don't like it. I would like a better map. But maybe that's just like my gamer's like instinct. Use teleport. How about we don't do that yet? I dashed. You can't say I didn't dash. This door will unlock once. Okay, so that's like the boss door. Okay. Use teleport. Select destination. We don't have any other teleports left. Presumably this is like a, entire floor clear situation, then you can go there once you've solved all your problems. I at least like that it's clear on which rooms you haven't been in, but that aside. I wonder how many floors there are. It is a bit generic and aesthetic, I'll give you that. But you can't always strike with like the world's most unique, lay epic aesthetic. You have to sometimes just start with what you know. And I think it's based on some like art, what they said in the Steam description page. Now I don't know how much of that is like, really that important. Like, yeah, okay, it was based on some shit. Doesn't really mean that much apart from what you say it means. That being said, I mean, I don't know. I don't think there's anything in this room. So onwards and upwards and outwards. Did we get anything from that? We didn't get much. There's not really a reward per room, which is interesting. I'm worried that this game will not have enough complexity to keep me engaged. So hopefully that's not the case. What's back here? Okay, we haven't been in this corner yet. I don't know how I was supposed to dodge that. Okay, dead apparently. Okay, well let's restart. Session time 00, that's clearly not ended, but reconstructing the dungeon it seems. I'll give it a shot. I was optimistic and now my optimism is slightly waning, but like I've still got the drive in me to be like, there's some hope yet. Let me have a bit of water though. I wasn't lying, I was just having water. Sipping it. Yeah. Oh, you have to dash. Of course. I'm a fool. I was like, how do you dodge that? You dash. And it prevents you from dying. Obviously. Come on, bro. I was almost the world's stupidest gamer in that context. Yeah, exactly. You dash. Now, don't dash off the cliff, but, There is a door over there. I didn't... That's just unfortunate. And it was too much damage. I'm not gonna lie to you. 4 hits and of shit and you're dead on like the base guy. Like this, I don't know how I feel about it. Room's clear 2. It is what it is. Let's try that one again, shall we? Let's give it another shot. Okay, good sharpshooting. I like that from me. Opened up. Okay, there we go. We're using the game's mechanics as intended. Reloading is just a dash backwards. I guess you're supposed to dash through instead of dashing away. Interesting, interesting. No reward for that room, of course, which is odd that there's no like XP to level up. It feels like that should be like pack one, pick one in terms of shit that's easy to do and makes the game feel like you're doing something all the time. You know, maybe it's short-sighted of me to be like, that's the intended way that you should play the game. Okay, there we go. We didn't get our face hugged. Okay, there seems to be some XP somewhere. Not always, though. Not always and not forever is what they always say on the KFC ads over here. Okay, teleport. I just dashed off the edge because there's no guard. Like, another thing that just doesn't seem like it should be in this game. There's no reason for the like everything to be like fall offable, if you get what I mean. For there to be no guardrails on it. I'm not saying you can't have stuff that you can fall off of. You can have hazards in the game. It just doesn't seem fair for that to be like you can just fall off. It doesn't seem like, you know. It seems like it just punishes like nothing. Like here, it kind of makes sense. There's like a challenge. Okay, what am I doing here? Going this way? Suppose. We don't have a key, so we're gonna have to wait on that one. Again, I would literally just walked across a corner and die, because the movement is also not like, it's not like it's that complex in the game to begin with. So you're stacking multiple things that don't really feel great about it. But I'll give it a chance. So far, things just aren't happening in the frequency that I'd like them to. Okay, I'm sure there's interesting stuff in the game that I haven't seen yet. The fact that it feels laborious right now, more than, you know, joyful. The bullet hell, I'm also like I'm not that deeply invested in it yet. But you know, things can evolve and change. So let's be patient. What the hell is this? Yeah, okay. I mean, I just kept shooting that thing. I didn't die, and then I eventually ran out of boost timing and died. I'll give it a chance. I'll keep giving it a chance. But that's just the chances. My Let's Player voice is fading as time goes on. That's what I'm saying. We're out of the tentacles again. Let's see what they got for us. Why is there a pit? Like, it just doesn't make sense to me. Like, if you want to punish me for standing there, just make a fire, and then it's just better than having this like weird hazard. I don't know why it's a pit. I don't know what my aversion is to it being a pit, to be honest. It's just that the precision it seems to warrant doesn't really make sense to me. Enemy is foolish. I like that. I'm a fan of foolish enemies that don't work. But obviously, I'm sure you probably would like that to be fixed if you're the guy making all that. I guess you only have a room's worth of mapping. Okay, we got +1 bomb. Again, another reason it's a bit too scarce. I don't feel like I should ever use it. 2 bombs, like... I don't know. You have to strike a balance between it, I suppose. 25 health. Let's leave it there. Presumably, it will stay there. Key required. What's the price? Health does stay there. Okay, good. Some things so far are good. That's what I'd like to say about that. Walk speed's a bit slow for how wide the rooms are, but maybe... Okay, this seems like the same as before, which is the final room, which we don't really have the need for at the minute. That's fine. Now what? What is this thing? It's splitting into half. Okay. That was something, I guess. Yeah, a wider room. At least there's some. Most maps have some like obstacle that you can dodge and juke around. It feels a little bit fairer that way. It feels more reasonable and just like somewhat designed. It's not always the case, of course, which is fine. I don't think the hitboxes have ever really screwed me because the dash is an existing thing. You know? There we go. Oh, what is this? Why would it... Error is also the wrong message to display there. Why it should just not reload you or tell you that you've already reloaded. Error is kind of odd. But, you know, that's one of those, like... A lot of games have this problem where the first time you see something that doesn't make sense, it doesn't make sense. And then the second time you see something that doesn't make sense, you're like, okay, well, I've associated in my mind what the thing that it actually is supposed to be is. Does that mean it's good design or not? Or does that mean I'm just, like, smart? Am I, like, glazing myself? What's the deal with this? You know? Like, if I figure something out and then I adjust to it, does that mean that what they've done is not bad? Or does that mean that I've superseded their, like, attempts to do something? You know? Like, what does it really mean, bro? Okay, a room that actually has some stuff in it. Okay. I've got 10 thingies. Do I want Stimpack Override? Is that a shotgun? I want it. Okay, well, I'll come back. This seems to be a shop. So we'll come back after we have enough to buy it, because I want that. This gun is okay, but it's just not interesting to me. Okay. Reloading is maintained. Still got 13 bucks only. There's $1 right there. I like that. Ow. We have health on the ground at this current juncture. So I'm not really worried about that. Okay. And we have money, so this is a good backtracking opportunity. Okay, good dash, good dash. Positive reinforcement. Okay. First things first, let's buy the better gun. I think that's important. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. This is where we want to be. Shotgun. And then we want to go... Ooh, it's got little dots for the shotgun part. Okay, grab this thing. Either collect is odd, but I guess it's to make things make a bit more sense. Just for consistency's sake that you pick up the things that heal you. Okay, there was some stuff still over here, right? There was another room past this part. I believe so. Could be wrong. Yeah, there was. I just didn't explain any of this. Presumably there's a key to get to the chest, and then everything else would be, you know, hunky-dory. It's a fast reload as well. Because it's only got 2 bullets. But that's all you need, really. Eon Scourge awaits. We've got Barrier Override right there. Which I presume means that we've done everything that needs to be done. But there's still a room up here, which presumably has a key in it. We're still waiting to see the key. Where is the key, man? Boss pre-room me? Teleportation is a nice touch. A lot of games don't have all that. Okay. What am I waiting for? Honestly, I don't know why I'm even thinking about it. If we just find the boss, we have not got a key yet. But the fact that this is open presumably means something. I'm curious as to why we didn't get a key. Maybe this is the key. Aeon Scourge, maybe he'll drop a couple of keys. That's fun. The fact that you don't auto reload when you're out of ammo is absolutely brain dead. I'll say that much. But that's fine. Yep, okay. I kept right clicking instead of reloading and then we died. Do I dare give this one more chance? That weapon was cool. One last run. One last run before I give up on the game or find new hope. New belief. Let's try it, man. How wrong could it be? Okay, starting over the health drop, I like the idea. Principally, I like the idea. Let's see what we can get done. Okay. Please give me a gun. Or a key or something cool. Because right now there's a distinct lack of cool stuff. It took me like a while to get like anything, which I guess fine. Here's the shop. What's this? Shard Breaker. It's a shotgun, so I'm a fan of that already. 12? Yeah. It doesn't need to be as good as the one we had before, but I mean, listen, that gun was something special, so I'll accept that. And we got a teleport unlocked as well as a result of that. Okay, we'll reload this gun. Linear rooms? I guess the rooms are all linear in some sense. I don't like that dash is right click, but I don't think rebinding it is my solution at the minute. Hitting this thing is kind of hard, to be honest. But that's because I'm not aiming. What is this guy? He's bugged the hell out. He did not know what he was doing. Yeah, we're almost at the affordability point. Okay, chest with teleporter. That's good. No key, again, but, you know. Okay, we've seen this guy before. You know what? Get bombed, buddy. Whether they're too short, the little guys is very annoying, but you know what? That's fine. And he's blown up. What's he got? A bomb. Well, it's because I used one on him. It's not how it works, but I'll have to imagine that's how it works. Okay, well we can use this to teleport back to the shop and grab that superior weaponry that we wanted. There we go. Relatively quick load time on that one. Where's your other gun go, by the way? Does it just like disappear? Again, no auto reload, just PMO, TXPMO, FR. Like, it doesn't make sense to not auto reload when you're out of ammo, unless what? I don't even know on what grounds you would want that to be the case. Give me that, by the way. Okay, we've cleared that side out. Let's go up. Okay, already we're doing better damage-wise. See, look, it just doesn't make sense, man. Just spam click, and that way it won't ever matter that you're out of ammo or not out of ammo. Okay, a lot of doors here. It's a pretty long reload, but it is also pretty high damage, so like, you know. Wait for the fucking bullet to not be a pain in my ass. So that we do the pretty big damage. The reload is not even that much like longer than what we had before with our ass weapon. So I don't know what that even signifies or implies there, but it seems like every weapon that we've gotten, apart from that's not just a like rifle, is just good, because it just makes sure you get your shots on target pretty much all the time with the spread. I think that's my initial conclusion. See, look, we're just absolutely melting these fools. What a room, by the way. Just one guy. Then again, that's too critical. Okay, again, no key, so it's useless. I love rooms in the first floor that you do nothing on, that you can't do anything on. If beating the boss lets you backtrack and get keys, I'll accept your apology. Apart from that, it makes absolutely no sense. Where are the keys? Was I told anything about the keys? Because I don't think I was. Okay. Let's see what's... Let's at least make this track before we, like... Yeah, okay. This is what I presumed to be the case. Ah, I just jumped off. Well, that's fine. If we sacrifice some health to speed that process up by like 5 seconds. Worth? My opinion, worth. This is gonna be a bitch to upload, I can already tell, because it's got a lot, it's relatively higher graphics, so it's gonna take just ages for the render. The door is opened and Aeon Scourge awaits. Well, we were just there, buddy, so I'm gonna save my money, because I don't know whether we're gonna need the second floor. Let's try not to be too stupid about it. It doesn't really know what to do with the movement either when you're on this thing. The guy just like wiggles around a bit, but... Alright, let's kill this thing. Not bad. Just walk around in circles and kill the enemy. He's shooting me from his underbelly. You're almost dead, buddy. Why? First of all, these bullets are not hitting. What is this attack pattern? Okay, we killed it. It went slow motion mode. I like that. There's a tunnel now. Will it suck me in? Or will this be the end of the tutorial run? I hope it's the end. No disrespect. But it feels like there should be another floor. If this is like... Hey, there we go. So that's 03. Let me just collect my thoughts. Okay, here's my thoughts. I'm gonna say what's good. I'm gonna try and compliment sandwich this or whatever you want to say it. Feedback sandwich? I don't know what it's called. Anyway. The good. The world building, the vibes, pretty good. I like the entering into the alien world. I think with a bit of tweaking, that stuff is just gonna feel very, you know, nice. I think it's gonna completely complement itself, like all the, you know, enemies, weapons, all that stuff once it's fleshed out a bit as well. Well, I think it's just too slow for me to enjoy it. It takes so long for something interesting to happen, and I don't know why. But okay, maybe here's the thing. Maybe it's because, like, if I compare it to, for example, there's two dichotomies. It's Nuclear Throne and Binding of Isaac combined in very meaningful ways. It's room to room Isaac, and it's like weapon and enemy spawn and like top down ish of Nuclear Throne or Gungeon, whatever. But I've just played more Nuclear Throne, so that's where I go with it. So, what's the difference? Nuclear Throne is, I would say, very fast paced. You're basically always clicking stuff, always shooting, doing stuff. It's very dynamic. Isaac is not necessarily like that, but Isaac is like, the scale is different. You're bigger, the enemies are bigger, you're not dealing with what feels like vast elements and tiny bullets. Right? And each room has an immediate reward feedback where it feels like you're always collecting something and getting something immediately for each room. For what I'm saying here, each room doesn't have very much to like offer you. Like, I'll clear a room, and if nothing happens, majority of the rooms that you clear, it just won't feel very like interesting, you know? And that's not even like the fault of the core mechanics or anything. It's just that if you're gonna have all these opportunities for cool weapons and like whatever that ability was in tab, and then if like you have to get through ostensibly 20 minutes, 15 to 20 minutes of clear out the room, get blue orb maybe. That's like the only interesting thing that ended up happening. You know what I mean? So I don't know if that's like because it's a new game and I'm hesitant to keep playing. But then again, I guess that's the problem you're gonna have anyway, right? Or like, why does it work in some cases but not in others? That's sort of it's because I'm trying to grapple with myself here as well as the developer here. See me, right? And then let me think. Oh yeah, I'm just always just going back, reading the description, checking the like Steam page and stuff. Focused on fast paced. It's just that's one thing that's missing. The dash seems kind of pointless. It's the fact that it takes so long to reload. It's just like it doesn't feel fun. It just feels like, okay, here's the button that you use if you want to avoid taking damage. It doesn't feel like I would prefer like faster bullets, a dash that doesn't have that much of a cooldown beyond the animation, but it doesn't make you immune. You just have to dodge and maneuver. That seems like it makes sense, and rather than just like immune dash forwards and then shoot, and then it limits you a lot. And then also the keys in this chest. Where were the fucking keys in the chest? That one pisses me off. You give me something I can't open, I don't know how to get to. It just doesn't make sense to me. Anyway, overall, though, I think if you're gonna, I found a sort of very thin bun, big meaty, vague complaints. I apologize. And then in the end, I think the good thing is you've got a lot of things to like. And a lot of this stuff is probably just variable modification to get the feel right. And of course, more variants and stuff because it's just an alpha demo, of course. So I think there's a lot of potential. Let's put it that way. Trying to be positive, trying not like just sound like I don't like it, because I did play it. You know, it's not got nothing to it, for sure. Anyway, that's all I got for you. Thank you for watching, subscribe, etc. Like video, comment. That's the type of shit that you're supposed to do, I guess. Shout out to developers overall, in general. Yeah. See ya. Check it out for yourself, by the way. Let me know if I'm wrong. Alright.